I'm not even joking when I say this, but when I walked into the theater to see this movie, I saw a guy in jorts, like The Rock's character in this movie. That's such a coincidence. It's a weird one, too. Central Intelligence is directed by Rawson Marshall Thurber. This film stars Dwayne Johnson and Kevin Hart. They went to high school together. The Rock was a really fat, buffling idiot, and Kevin Hart was the star athlete. 20 years has passed. The Rock is in the CIA. Kevin Hart is an average Joe accountant. They have to team up to save the entire free world from something that's extremely dangerous, and we have our movie. Now, I was looking forward to this movie because I really was excited to see what The Rock and Kevin Hart were going to do together because I love both of those guys. While Kevin Hart may not have the best film career, I still will go on by saying he's one of the funniest people working today in terms of the comedy world, and The Rock is awesome. I love The Rock. He's charming, he's funny, he's badass, and he's big, and really, whoever trains him, I need them to train me. So I was looking forward to this movie, and while the movie was alright, I still enjoyed myself when watching it. First of all, let's start with the positives. The chemistry between Dwayne Johnson and Kevin Hart is amazing. You go see this movie specifically for them, and they are great together. They're really funny, both of them. The Rock really surprised me because I remember when this movie was announced, I'm like, oh, Kevin Hart's going to be the more comedic type, but The Rock's the straight man. Actually, it's the opposite. Kevin Hart's the straight man, and The Rock is the funny man, and it worked out very well. Kevin Hart definitely has some laugh out loud moments in this movie, but most of the comedy comes from The Rock, and it's really great stuff. I enjoyed the humor, like I said. It had really good comedic time, and there were some cameos in this movie that actually really got to me. I'm like, that's actually really clever. I don't know why they have to be here, but I liked them and stuff. I liked the other performances in the film, and it was a fast-paced film. I'll say that right now. My flaws in the movie, which I have a good amount of them, I'll say this. The action isn't really the best filmed. I mean, it's better than that elephant movie we had that came out a few months ago. I don't want to think about that movie ever again because it makes me not like elephants. But yeah, the action was kind of a little shaky and jumbled and stuff. I know it's not supposed to be like the greatest filmed action, like the Bourne films or the Bond films, but the action could have been a little stronger. You know what a good example of a good action comedy is, where it has good comedy and good action? Hot Fuzz, directed by Edgar Wright. That's a really well done action comedy. This one, in terms of the action, is not so superb. And my biggest flaw with this movie is definitely with the tone. Like, this is supposed to be an action comedy. This is supposed to be like a 21 Jump Street type of movie. But the sad thing is, it tries to be serious way too much. And I understand when comedies have some serious elements to it, but it didn't have to be serious for a majority of the film. Like, that kind of annoyed me a little bit. And I was just like, oh, come on, really, guys? You could do better than this. Some people complain about the pacing. I wasn't bored during the movie. I will admit that there were some moments where the pacing just got a little iffy, probably because of the shift in tone. But that being said, I really had a good time with Central Intelligence. I don't think it's a perfect film by any means, but I do not think it's a terrible movie. I think if you guys go check it out this weekend, if Finding Dory sold out, you should definitely consider checking it out. It's a man-made movie. It's kind of more like a cable movie, but because of the amazing chemistry between The Rock and Kevin Hart, it is a movie definitely worth checking out. I'm going to give Central Intelligence a C+. Guys, tell me now what you thought of this movie if you saw it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys soon.